Here we are at the Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia for some Pennzoil Truck Series racing the Pepsi 250 under the lights here at the Motor Speedway. On pole for tonight's race is the 17 of Alex Stewart, 2's outside, 84 Michael Canto. Then 30 of Xavier Sullivan Jr., 4th Isaac Nichols, and rounding out the top 5 Luke Rainey. Then 60 of Christian Parker, 7th is Keith Stevens, 8th is your points leader William Seaman, 9th Tim Guerin, rounding out the top 10 got Land Fenway. Then for the rest of you, I got Keegan Thompson back in the 51 after taking a few races off because of an injury. Back in that 51 truck trying to get a few victories to end out his season. Danny Brighton, the 39, 2's outside. Then you got Jeffrey Beeford along with Christian Richardson. And Jonathan Beeford and Alan Bowman. Riley Sprague and Gustavo Rocha. And Justin Zidell and Griffin Lynn. And Dylan Mills and Marco Chapez. Jonathan Rains and Colton Yo. Then JJ Reed and Justin Heath. Second in points, Jack Carramo and Michael Ferris. And Bubba Sir and Code Luigi. Trey Rainey and Jeff Moses, along with Ray Sir and Greg Lee. Then rounding out the field on the final row, we got Cynthia Brighton 36th. 35th here tonight will be James Ryan in the 20s. That's your starting lineup here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Pepsi 250. Let's go down trackside and get the command.
For today's command, Bobby Allison. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
And 36 trucks come to life here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway as we'll get set to go green in the Pepsi 250, which has been a wild race here in the trucks in the past. Truck racing here at Atlanta is very, very fun, exciting for us to watch. For the drivers, pretty nerve-wracking. They're 3 wide basically every lap, making bold, aggressive moves, trying to get up to the front. And once the pace truck makes left-hand turn to pit road, 25 laps at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. As they come down into the quad oval, Alex Stewart has pole, chooses the inside lane for the start of the race. Michael Canto 2's outside in the 84. Let's get going. Green flag at Atlanta. We're racing in the Pepsi 250. Racing off of 2 under the nighttime skies. They come down the back. Alex Stewart leads. Xavier Sullivan Jr. now to second. Luke Rainey looking for third. They're already stacked up 3 wide towards the middle of the pack. Racing off into 3 and 4. Alex Stewart from the pole trying to lead lap 1. Xavier Sullivan Jr. trying to take it from him as he comes off of 4. Lap 1 led by Alex Stewart in the 17. He'll get up 5 bonus points for leading that lap. Here comes Luke Rainey, the 88 now all the way to the bomb. Keegan Thompson making a bold 3-wide move inside the top 5. He's going for the 5th position as Luke Rainey clears the 17. He gets to the race lead, but Keith Stevens in the 62 coming behind him. Here comes Stevens down the back. Here comes Keegan Thompson looking to make it 3 wide. Rainey gets down in front of all those guys. Luke Rainey clears for the race lead. And look at that, 3 by 3 by 3. We talked about it. It's going to be 3 wide here most of the times. Keegan Thompson, his first race back, he's looking for the race lead already. I believe he might have led that lap as well. He did. Thompson leads in his first race back. And Riley Sprague now to the bomb for a second. He'll take it. And at number 9. As they come down the backstretch. Marco Chapez in the 7 peaks low. JJ Rica get forced to the middle. Jack Kennerman will start 27th on the day. Already, only 2.5 laps into the race. Up to the 4th position. Make it third. He comes off of 4. 3 laps into the race. The guy who started 27th is now in 3rd. And pushing the number 7 to the race lead. Meanwhile, William Seaman back there in a 3 wide in the middle. Get up to the front very easily here as they come down the back now. Jack Cameron might get forced high by his teammate Jeff Moses as Moses looks to the bottom, entering 3 and 4. Dale Mills make it 3 wide. Greg Lee behind Mills. Now through 3 and 4. Some flybys here. And now they're going to get forced 3 once again by Greg Lee in the 99. Lee all the way to the bottom. Jonathan Rains behind him, his pusher. James Ryan started on the last row in 35th. He's up to the 3rd position as they race off of 2. And he's pushing Jonathan Rains to the race lead down the back. Greg Lee went high. Rains goes to the bottom. And the guy started 35th here today will be in the race lead after 5 laps. James Ryan started 35th into the race lead. He's coming around to complete lap number 5. They're 4 wide off the corner. Mills into Jeff Moses and Trey Rainey. They save it for now, but they're still 4 wide. Still being a bang his after turn 1. There goes Jonathan Rains around. Up into the outside wall. Back now down to traffic. Yellow will come out. Racing back down the stretch. Alan Bowman leads. Racer to 2nd. And 4 trucks get away from that. And a few more do as well. As that could have been really, really big. And it was a lot smaller than what it could have been. Race back, Alan Bowman leads. As the 99, Greg Lee's all torn up. Justin Heath has damage. Dylan Mills, Keith Stevens with damage. Jonathan Raines was lifted off the ground in the number 1. He somehow got by in 28th and kept that truck going straight. But what a crash that was. Big damage for Greg Lee, as Dylan Mills was one of the first to go around the 07. Let's check out how this crash started. Very, very heavy contact in turn 1 and 2. This starts off turn number 4. Watch the 4 wide. Dylan Mills in the 07 in the middle with Jeff Moses. They make contact. They go down to Trey Rainey. I thought this was the start of the crash right here. They somehow all save it. Rainey out of line, but keeps it going straight right there. But there's still 4 wides. They go down, entering turn number 1 now. And this is where it gets even more squished. The 07 and the 33 make car contact. They go up. They get the 1 of Jonathan Raines. And Raines and the 07 spin up to the outside wall. Jonathan Raines up off the ground. The 99 Greg Lee has heavy damage. And then they come down into the pack. The 99 spins the 07 down to Richardson. Tim Gary gets damaged. Michael Canto. Luke Rain gets damaged right there. Keith Stevens and Justin Heath has nowhere to go as well. So a pretty big crash there. I would say about 5 trucks got damaged from that. Maybe even more. 6 or 7. As right there you can see the 07 and the 1. First contact, the 99 up to the outside wall, and the 99 gets into the 07, gets into the 10, gets into the 22, and it's on from there. They spin back up the track and hard into some other drivers. Let's actually go on board with the 88 of Luke Raines. He was back here. He started inside the top 5, and I think he might have some damage to the front end of that truck, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right there. I don't know if that's heavy damage enough to keep him out of this race and not going fast, but we'll have to just check out. Williams near points leaders back here, and he was able to dodge one. Great job there, and right in front of him, second in points, Jack Canaramo on the 2, also able to avoid it. Great driving there by Canaramo as well. And that was how Trey Rainey was able to keep it straight after getting sideways twice down this front stretch. Whoa! What a great job there by Trey Rainey to save that truck in front of the whole field. That could have been the whole field behind him. So Alan Bowman led them back to the stripe in the 66, and he'll also lead us back to the green flag as well. Come back around lap number 11, 15 laps to go. Here at the Motor Speedway, and somehow no trucks are tired. I don't know how I feel about that, though, as the 99 and the 1 have some pretty significant damage. I'm surprised the 99 is not out. That's going to be a big roadblock for later in this race. Out front is the 66 of Alan Bowman. In second, you have Racer. Third, Xavier Sullivan Jr. Fourth, James Ryan and Trey Rainey in fifth. They got Raspberry Tube 6th, Jonathan Beeford 7th, Jeff Moses 8th, Marcus Chapez 9th, and JJ Reed running out the top 10. Canaramo second in points is right now 13th. Your points leader is all the way back here in 19th, and you got some drivers back here with some damage, like the 10 has a little bit of damage. The 17 might have a little bit. The 1 definitely has damage. The 88 might have some front end damage, and some others back here as well. The 99 doesn't have a front end. Justin Zidell to come down pit road has had a little issue there in the 13 as the green flag is back waving. We're back racing here at Atlanta. Pretty orderly here so far on this restart. Someone's holding up the pack. I don't know if it's the 88. No, it's the 62 and the 99. 99 very slow, but the 62 is even slower than the 99. As Racer grabs the race lead down the back. Here comes Xavier Sullivan Jr. looking to make it 3 wide. Couldn't get done. He gets back up in line right behind the 5. They race off into 3 and 4. And the 62 might be more roadblock than the 99. But once again, we could have another caution, and they might not catch them before we have another caution, because with how these guys have been racing, they can go 4 wide at any time at any point. They could have gone 4 wide that last lap. Jonathan Buford gets to second with a 3 wide move. Has Jeff Moses behind him. Now does Moses peak low on the 77. He does down the back. Can he grab the race lead doing that move? Racer doing a great job out front. As Moses has a push from Marco Chapez in number 7. JJ Reed in the 4 right behind them. Also Cynthia Bright. As there comes the 4 Marco Chapez to the bottom lane. Excuse me, the 7 Marco Chapez. The 4 is JJ Reed. Cynthia Bright makes it 3 wide. Marco Chapez grabs the race lead number 7 down the back. Cynthia Bright now 3 wide for second. They race down the back stretch. 3 by 3. William Seaman in the 92 has found his way to the bottom lane. Your points leader. He's into the top 10. Still a lot of racing left, so we're only about halfway through this race. Code Luigi now looks for second in the 32 truck. He's on the bubble, on the cut line of making the chase if he were to have a win this season. He's 25th in points right now, trying to get above that cut line with a victory. Victory could happen here at Atlanta. He has one fast truck. As it looks, as he comes down the back, he's peeking low, and Marco Chapez doesn't make a move quite yet. Stays in line. Seaman gets forced 3 wide for third and into the middle lane. As Bubba circles all the way to the bomb. Luigi now pushing Chapez forward, trying to get themselves away from the pack, but the 30 and the 20 are coming together. They might move to the inside and turn 1 on the 32 and others. Here comes Bubba Sir to the bottom. They just could not hold them off. They had such a big draft on those front 2. Luigi was probably going to try and force the 70 away, but didn't want to make that move, and may have cost them both. Riley Sprague 2 pushing James Ryan into the second position. As here comes Keegan Thompson and Michael Ferris. Ferris lost the last race at Texas by what I would say was about a nose as they race back to the yellow flag. And obviously very upset about that. The caution didn't come out. He might have had it. And now he's here at Atlanta, battling up inside the top 5. Fourth on the inside lane, pushing Keegan Thompson, who first race back, he would love to get a victory to show that he does belong in the Pennzoil Truck Series. These trucks are getting tight. I don't know if it's the tire wear. I'm guessing it's the tire wear. As they have to go 25 laps in these tires at Motor Speedway. Eats up tires very, very quickly. You saw the 51, the 23 really had to check up there in the bottom, getting tight. Thompson might look for the race lead, though. Michael Ferris might make it 3 wides. They're catching Keith Stevens fast. I don't get why Stevens is out there. This is really uncalled for. 2 trucks get away. Stevens finally moves up to the top like he should have done, or he should have gone down to the apron, but you know what they say. Just block the whole racetrack, and that's how you run a race. Same with Greg Lee. Why is that truck out there? I don't know, because he's just running dead last. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now 2 trucks pull away as Riley Sprague Tube leads, and they got Bal for third on back. They will catch Greg Lee, as we mentioned, as Lee is very slow. The 6'2", Keith Stevens, is holding up the pack still, as I can't believe that's happening. That's great. I believe there might be a truck out of the race, too, because the 99 is 34th. 13 is a lap down, actually, so I don't know what's wrong with Justin Zidell there. As Greg Lee caught by the front 2, they have nowhere to go, so just going to bring everyone else back into it now. Great job there by Greg Lee and Keith Stevens on holding up the pack. Michael Ferris going to go to the high side with Keegan Thompson. That's going to be the place not to go. They might have to get to the middle lane somehow. Now they're stacking up. This might be a caution flag. They might go 4 wide. A few trucks get away. Looks like it's about 5 truck breakaway. Now 6th on back, kind of stuck behind the 99. Maybe they'll catch another lap truck. Who knows? No, they shouldn't. They'll come around to 6 laps to go this time. James Ryan leading. Jeffrey Beeford to the bottom. They got some Brights behind. Danny Bright and Cynthia Bright. And they got Xavier Sullivan Jr. coming into the back. Griffin Lynn, Jonathan Buford, Jeff Moses, Trey Rainey coming back. Keegan Thompson, Gustavo Rocha, Marco Chapez moving to the bottom lane. As Jeffrey Buford clears for the race lead in the 46, but Danny Bright, the 39, coming behind, Cynthia Bright, also coming. Cynthia pushing Danny, going to go to the race lead. It looks like both of them are. Coming around to 5 to go this time. If they cross that stripe without caution coming out, the race is official. Caution or green to the end. As now it's a bright side-by-side battle. As Cynthia can't quite get to the race lead that time. They're going 3 wide back there. Jeff Moses 3 wide to the bottom underneath Jonathan Buford and Riley Sprague Tube. Has Michael Ferris and Keegan Thompson behind him. Alan Bowman, the last truck in this pack, and they got J.J. Reed and some others trying to run them down, like Jack Cameron back there. Where's William Seaman in all this? Seaman has lost touch with the pack back in 25th. Same with Michael Canto, Code Luigi, Christian Richardson, Landon Fenway, Bubba Sir. These guys not going to have a shot to win. And it's all because of lap traffic. Michael Ferris, 3 wide to the bottom. Oh, they're squeezing back there. To the apron. Still squeezing. They somehow make it through. Alan Bowman was on the apron, but they were able to control the trucks as Ferris now looks for the race lead down the back. Underneath the 57 Cynthia Bright. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Tight for the 23 down low. Coming to 3 laps to go. It's still anyone's race in this pack. There is smoke on the front stretch. The caution is out. Stevens was spun around on the front. And Michael Ferris will win. Ferris has just won. Thompson second. I believe Cynthia Bright's gotten third. One anticlimactic finish. We thought it was going to come down to the last lap, but instead the 62, the lap truck, once again ruining this race. As they'll come around to take 2 to go. We'll see what happened to Keith Stevens to bring out the final caution. You know what they say, when you're on a racetrack, you should be racing and not going around 100 to 60 miles an hour. You see Keith Stevens going 160, Justin Zidell going 20 miles an hour faster, and Keith Stevens, for some reason, just doesn't realize that 13 is fast because 62 has damage and 13 just wipes him out. Obviously, very good intentions there, as 62 is just in the way slow. And Justin Zajdel come around the outside with a huge run. Keith just gave him no room up top, and 62 spun around. So, really, I can't blame Justin Zajdel there. He was just had to run up top. 62 put him into the wall. That's all you can really say about that. 62 ruined the race for the lead before, and now ruins the race for the lead at the end. As Michael Ferris gets underneath Cynthia Bryce. They come off a 4. And right there, Thompson trying to get to the inside of the 23. Ferris blocks him off. And Michael Ferris lost one last race because it ended under yellow. But I believe he just won one here tonight because it ended under yellow. As will come around when they take the white flag on the backstretch. So the white flag is out there on the final lap of the race here in the Pepsi 250. All Michael Ferris has to do is make it around 2 more corners and halfway down the front stretch, and he'll be a Pennzoil Truck Series winner and possibly get into the chase. And Keegan Thompson's first race back, not too shabby in the second position, but you know he would have loved to have that win. Cynthia Bright would have loved for that race to have been about half a lap shorter. Xavier Sullivan, Jeff Moses rounding out the top 5. So they come off at 4. It's all Michael Ferris. And so it'll end under yellow. Lap trucks galore. Michael Ferris in the 23. Looks like will win at Atlanta. The Pepsi 250 belongs to Michael Ferris as the 23 truck to victory lane. Ferris wins. As the rest of the field goes across, let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Pepsi 250 Atlanta. There were 2 caution flags for 7 laps and 13 each engine among 12 different drivers. Michael Ferris leading 4 laps to victory lane after starting 28th. Keegan Thompson's first race back in the Pennzoil Truck Series after the injury. Second position, he'll take it, but he would have loved that victory. Cynthia Bright, third after starting last, not too bad there. Fourth was Xavier Sullivan Jr., rounding up the top 5, Jeff Moses. Then 6th, you have Gustavo Rocha. 7th, Colton Yo. 8th, James Ryan. 9th, Alan Bowman, who led the most laps. Rounding up the top 10, Jonathan Buford. So there's your top 20. Your pole sitter, Alex Stewart, ends up the race 17th position after just getting caught in the shuffle there at the end. Look down below 20th. See Jack Caron, second points, 22nd. Right behind him, William Seaman in 27th. Your points there. Seaman keeps that point lead, but has been cut just a little bit as 3 trucks finished a lap down. Greg Lee, who was slow and shouldn't have been out there. Keith Stevens, who was slow and shouldn't have been out there. He's even slower than the 99. That's something hard that you can do just since I don't want to lap down due to some pit issues. Let's now go look at the point standings. Here are points after Atlanta, 8 races in. William Seaman has the points lead still by 78 points over Jack Caron, who is 2nd. JJ Ree is 3rd. Trey Rainey is 4th, and Griffin Lynn is 5th. They got Luke Rainey in 6th, Alex Stewart 7th, Justin Zajdel 8th, Jeff Moses 9th, and Michael Ferris breaks into the top 10 with his victory here at Atlanta. So there's your top 20. Your 7 winners right now in the points are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are in the top 20. Cynthia Bright is 12th, Jonathan Buford 11th, Michael Ferris now 10th, Luke Rainey is 6th, Griffin Lynn is 5th, and Trey Rainey is 4th. We look down at the rest. Jennifer Buford, your other winner, is 28th, still, though, below the cut line to make it in the chase with a win. Has to be top 25 right now. That spot's actually held by Greg Lee, who has the spot over Luigi. Luigi now 1 point behind that cutoff. As the next race will be at Dover for the Goodies 250 under the lights. See you guys then.